Welcome to Speaking Tips and Tricks. By this point, you should be a consistent content creator, creating content 3 times a week on 3 different platforms, being and feeling confident. You know what the true definition of confidence is. Welcome to Speaking Tips and Tricks, where we're going to be taking you on a journey of how to speak and communicate to your audience and what that looks like as a content creator today. Let's get into it. Speaking tips and tricks. Speaking is very important, especially when it comes to becoming your own social media presenter. In order to present in front of the camera, you need to have speaking abilities. You need to be able to look in the camera and not only use your body language to help leverage what it is that you're communicating, but also know how to speak. Speaking is crucial, and speaking is part of everyday life, whether it's talking to our parents, talking to our partners, talking to people at work. We are constantly communicating, whether it's on the phone, whether it's in real life, whether it is in your office talking in front of the camera. Speaking tips and tricks is a crucial part of the course because I'm going to be teaching you how to communicate clearly, concisely, and directly to your audience so you can get the best chance of higher reach, engagement, and also connecting with your target audience. Social media presenters aren't born, they are made. You know that. I've said it consistently throughout the course so far. It takes time and you don't need to do it alone. At the very beginning of my social media presenter journey, I had a cameraman in front of me. I had someone in front of the camera, which was myself, and I had someone behind the camera. You can team up with a friend. You don't need to do this alone. I don't understand why some people think you should start this alone. It's good having someone around who can help fuel, give you confidence, and remind you of where it is you want to go, your goals and your purpose and your vision. Speaking is fundamental when it comes to becoming your own social media presenter because if you don't speak, you're missing out on an opportunity, a big opportunity to connect and grow your community on the basis of your social media platform through content and your messages, your products, whatever it is and why you're using social media, for business or just personal brand or both. Talking is fundamental, especially when it comes to connecting with new people, growing and scaling. Staying consistent is one thing, but avoiding creating content, which is surrounding talking, is another. And we're going to get into that. We're going to go really deep into that. So, how do you implement the correct speaking tips and tricks? How do you know if what you're doing is right? Well, you do it by doing it. You do it by trying. You do it by following the true definition of confidence. Action. When it comes to speaking tips and tricks, there are stages. There's pre-production, production, and post-production. Most of the time when we're speaking, especially as creators, we are speaking in the pre-production. And if we're doing voiceovers, it's more in the production. If it's in front of the camera, it's production, live production in fact. But in post-production, that is when you have your content and you're speaking content most of the time already, unless you filmed an entire video all day with no talking whatsoever, and then in the editing stages, you're going to add a voiceover layer, which therefore you will be using your speaking abilities to do so. The power of storytelling is powerful, especially when it comes from the voice. The voice is a massive tool. The biggest tool you have, in fact, in your tool bag, because you are unique. No one has the same voice as you. As much as people like to remind us, oh, we look like this, or we sound like this, or what you just did reminded me of this, we're going to get into that. But you are unique, and using your voice makes you unique. So, going into the stages of speaking, you can use help. You can write a script first. You don't have to know everything on the top of your mind at first. It takes time. I love writing scripts. Scripts are a really easy and quick way to be able to understand all the things you need to talk about and to make sure you're including everything you want to talk about. And we're going to get into that formula very, very soon. But moving forward from scripts, production. When you're in production, you can shoot how you want and when you want. What I mean is, if you are someone who prefers speaking for a little while and then pausing, looking back on your script, okay, start recording again, that's fine too. And then in the editing stages, you can chop and edit and make it all look good together. You can start speaking the way you want to start speaking. If you jump in front of the camera and speak directly in front of the camera just as I am now, if that's the way you want to start, fine. Awesome. If you don't want to start that way and you would rather start filming and recording and then recording the sound of your voice with a voice overlay and implementing that first, if you want to start filming and recording the sound of your voice as your practice first, that is fine too. If you would rather get someone to help you write a script or be there for you, holding your hand at the early stages of your social media presenting, that is fine. That's what happened with me. I had a really good person behind the camera who helped me the entire time. He held me accountable. He said, stop playing with my hair. You know what confidence is, Tatum. You're confident. Confidence looks good on you. And your speaking abilities. It used to take me 30 minutes to say, hi guys, it's Tatum here. It used to take me 30 minutes to do that. Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. So, with speaking tips and tricks, we're going to get into it. But before we get into it, I want you to write these things down. Pre-production, scripts. Write a script. Write a couple of dot points. That's fine. If you're doing long form videos like for YouTube, awesome, great, use it. If you would rather record the sound of your voice during production or be in front of the camera and just keep speaking until you can't speak no more and you're making and you're stumbling and you're blah, 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 that's fine. We all need to start somewhere. Moving forward from that is editing. In the editing stages, you could make something sound beautiful with practice. Use your app Splice to do so. So, moving forward into speaking tips and tricks, you can now proceed to the next video where I'm going to teach you the exact speaking tips and tricks formula you can use straight away to start speaking confidently directly into camera to start taking your content to the next level. You may now move on to the next video.